Hello YouTube, the ranked season is officially over. I finished not only top 32 at my regional Portland Regionals, I also secured top 1000 within the same weekend. So like DJ Khaled, another top 1000 emblem to my collection. I will be doing a essentially near 24-hour stream to hit rank 1 when the next rank starts, but that's neither here nor there. About a few days ago now, we got the Extradimensional Crisis card list, and while it was only like just the Ultra Beasts themselves and like a few other cards, there is always room for theory crafting, and today I got to you guys 4 decks that I think are going to be potent in the meta, and I want to yap about them, I want to talk about them, so let's let these cards talk. Before I begin, I just want to talk about Tapu Koko. There will be no list featuring Tapu Koko, as I do not feel as strongly about this card as maybe another creator would. I think that this, like, a lot of my content is geared towards giving you guys the best decks possible, and Tapu Koko feels like it came out too little too late. A lot of people, you might be looking in the comments like, what do you mean? This is a power crept Pikachu EX, right? Well, my response to that is that Pikachu EX was power crept like 3 or 4 sets ago, so a power crept Pikachu EX is really not that strong. I think it's really good. I just can't envision it with the cards that we got. I would assume that you'd play with Oricorio, because why are you playing a lightning deck without Oricorio? But it is a 2-prizer, right? Is this a 2-prizer worth running? Only time will tell. Another card that I want to talk about for its future implication is Zeraora. I think that this card is not too great right now. However, when eventually we get the rare fossil and we end up getting Dracozolt or Arctozolt, you know, these lightning type dragons, I think dragon fossils, I think that this card will be good, especially when you have a guaranteed Zeraora start. You start Zeraora, you have a deal 50 while you're charging or looking for Dracozolt or Arctozolt. So that is my current thoughts on Zeraora. Really cool card. I just don't see the synergies right now, and it's a little bit inconsistent. Kartana is on this list for different reasons. I did make some grass decks. I didn't include Kartana. I think Kartana is really good. I think this card is extremely good. You know, you could one-shot Gibbles that are fighting. If you're using a fighting Gibble, like I said, I will ban you from any of my streams. Do not do that. That's how passionate I am about this, because I think that this card destroys that, right? I think this card is great aggro. The reason I didn't include it is 20 card decks are hard, but if you can find space to include it in the deck list I'll be showing you, please do. It's a damn good card. So without further ado, let's get to these decks. The first list I got, and the one I'm most excited about, is Buzzwole EX Celesteela Pheromosa. I think that this deck has so much going for it. You're going to essentially start games with Pheromosa. Pheromosa has jump lose. It deals 20 to the active and 20 to the bench, which means everything and their mama is getting Cyrus ranged. You have Buzzwole, which deals 120. 120 is a lot of damage. You're like, oh, it's 120 for 3, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't understand. When a Pheromosa goes down, Luzamine becomes active. When Luzamine becomes active, you can get 2 energy from your discard and put it. Usually it's going to only be 1 because it's a Pheromosa, but that's all you need by the time to get a Buzzwole active. You can put it on a Celesteela as well. It's really, really cool, and this is a combo I'm going to teach you. I'll probably try to include some editing voodoo here to talk about it. Let me teach you guys how to do 2 big beats with 1 Buzzwole. Listen to me, alrighty? So you're going to start with the Buzzwole that just attacked. You're going to have a Celesteela and a Pheromosa, right? You're going to use Ultra Thusters to replace your Buzzwole, put in the Pheromosa. Afterwards, you're going to put an energy onto the Pharaoh, retreat the Pharaoh into the 3 energy Buzzwole, and just like cards like Togekiss, just like cards like Crabominable, you are able to use Big Beat again. Big Beat has the restriction during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Big Beat, but if you switch it in and switch it out, you are able to use Big Beat again. Do you guys not see how crazy that is? That also, did not even talk about a supporter. So not only can you do that, that same turn, you can use Cyrus, right? You can use Cyrus, you can use Red, you can use Guzma, you can use Erica for healing. Really cool. The fact that it's a grass deck means that you can also run leaf capes. I don't know if this deck is going to be a leaf cape plus a giant's cape deck because of Celesteela, and getting to 140 is important, but really cool stuff. Really strong deck. You don't notice that there's no leaves in this deck because you don't need them when you have Celesteela. I can see you add 2 Celesteela to this deck. I can see you add a Kartana to this deck. Whatever you do, you can remove a supporter and figure out space. Up next, we have the next deck I think is going to be really strong. I'm sure you read Pheromosa's Jump Blues and immediately was like, I can pair this with Decidueye. So one of the things I will say that I like about this set, and people are like, oh, we're getting more grass support, yada, all of these Ultra Beasts are grass. I think we are getting more ways to play grass. The issue with current grass is that there's really very little reason to not play Sprigatito Meowscarada. Now, with this new mini set, there are a bunch of ways to play grass, and this another way is Pheromosa Decidueye, right? Decidueye's Pierce the Pain is 2 colorless, deal 100 anywhere, right? Jump Blues 2020, you can deal it anywhere. You are already starting off being able to deal a 100 damage attack, which is insane, really insane. Just that you're allowed to do that because you're running a grass deck. You have the double Ericas, you have the leaf capes. Because you're running a stage 2, you can run Lily. Finally, Guzma, red card, just really good cards. I can see you replace Guzma for like an Iono or a Professor's Communication. So if that's something that you want to do, you can make this your own deck. I think Pheromosa Decidueye is going to be just as strong as the Ultra Beast grass deck. Coming up next is the Ultra Beast Poison deck, right? We don't know what Poipole is going to look like in the main set. It might still just be 2-step, but it is really cool. We have the promo Poipole in this for now until we see what Poipole does. But if you guys are unaware, Nihilego has more poison. More poison deals plus 10 if a Pokemon's poisoned. So instead of dealing 10 a turn, it deals 20 a turn. That's insane. That's so much damage. That puts Poison Barb, an item that was currently fighting with Rocky Helmet for relevancy, so up there in its utility and its usage. And this deck is going to be primarily focused on like the poison aspect, while because they're all low energy attackers, right? Naganandel does 40 guaranteed poison, Nihilego is 30 but also guaranteed poison. Because these are like low energy attackers, you can begin setting up Guzzlord, right? Guzzlord is a deal 30 Team Rocket Grunt, but Tyrannical Hole is just a deal 120, and it's just really good. You're gonna have to run Celesteela in this deck to unfortunately fix Guzzlord bricks, right? If Guzzlord is a 4 retreat, I don't think it's possible to run this card without Celesteela. So that's the current problem. I can see you also obviously just remove the Guzzlord Celesteela package, but this is one of the ways that you are allowed to play it. The tech card really is just the Sabrina and the Giant's Cape and the Cyrus. Those can be whatever cards you want. I think PCOM is important for consistency. You really want Naganandel as early as possible. I can also see you running Iono. Run both. Honestly, you can also run red card, right? This card's not in this deck, but I do think this deck is really strong. You can even see Team Rocket Grunts if you want to maximize that Guzzlord combo. But again, this is a deck that will be pretty damn strong. And how is my own personal brew of a deck that I want to talk about, and that is, this is a mouthful. It is Muck, Darkrai, Magnezone, Nihilego. So let's talk about this deck and why this works and what pieces are important. First of all, do you have to use Grimer Muck? No. This deck works with any 1 energy poison user. So this is Alolan Ekans, Alolan Wooper, Alolan, I don't know, I said Alolan Ekans, Grimer, right? Anything with that poison ability is going to be so huge because you're going to be able to activate more poison instantly, right? The other things, if you're going first with Nihilego and you have Magneton in your hand, you can do the combo and then you can Dawn over and you'll be able to Nihilego poison on the first attach. Once the Nihilego's poison is set, Darkrai pings are going to do a lot, and it's just a really cool and really, really fun deck. I don't know how strong this version will be, but of course, I think that Nihilego is so strong that you can run it without, you know, this Darkrai Mag package, right? If you want to just run all the poison guys, right? You want to run like Clodsire or what's the Grafaiai, you can do that. I think that's very valid, very viable, but I think that like I said, I always want to bring you guys the strongest possible decks, and I think a deck that features Darkrai Mag, but with the poison mechanic added, is so much chip, right? Like, think of it like this: if something has been poisoned already and you have a Magnezone in the active, you're dealing 20 with the Darkrai, right? 110 with the Mag, and 30 if you have 2 Nihilegos for poison. That is 130, that's 160 damage. That's a lot, and this isn't even counting the poison the turn prior, right? If it's already poisoned, really strong combo, really cool stuff. Obviously you can even, like, you know, dark energy push things. I think this is gonna be really fun. And finally, I have a use for that rainbow muck. I have 2 rainbow Alolan mucks. I really needed an excuse, okay? So don't hate me for that one. But again, I would also include another poison deck, but I think that the poison deck is going to take a little bit more time to cook. So here are 4 decks that you can play. And again, we've only been shown like what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've only been shown 17 cards. This set has so many more cards in this, so many more supporters, so many more trainers, so many more tools maybe, so many more Pokemon. And I'm super excited to see what we get, right? I see that there is a Rowlet in this set, which means that we're going to get a new Decidueye. It can be a 1-prize Decidueye. That's going to be amazing for Rowlet lovers everywhere. There's going to probably be a new Dartrix. What the Dartrix does, I don't know. I'm super excited. So let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, let me know how your ranked went. Let me know your thoughts on these decks. What other cards you think I might be missing? Obviously, I didn't talk about Stack. I didn't talk about Blacephalon. What are you guys most excited to talk about? This has been a Yap session. The new set comes out in a few days. I'm super excited, and I needed an outlet. This is my outlet. Love you guys. Bye-bye.